I can never hear. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna keep this like this. It should be fine. Welcome in, welcome in. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? You're already celebrating the holidays, or you're gonna celebrate the holidays tomorrow. I hope you have a very pleasant and beautiful and blessed time with those that you love, okay? Remember, we don't have to support these corporate holidays, but you're allowed to spend time with your family. If this is the only time you get off in the year, this is the only time you get off in the year, right? Spirituality is not a perfect science. I'm not here to tell you never to celebrate a holiday again. Okay? Right? You can take your time with the people you love, always. We are going to get into a quick message here, getting everything that the Lord needs you to know at this time out in the air. Remember, these are just confirming what you already know, okay? Listen to your intuition, trust your spiritual discernment. All right. This is a collective reading, so it is free. Okay. All you have to do to participate is tap the screen, comment to stay in the flow, share the live. Okay. You don't have to gift, but if you want to, it is highly appreciated. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see what messages the good Lord has for us today. I call upon our great divine, our most high, our divine ancestors, and our divine spirit guides to give us the divinely accurate messages that each and every soul needs to hear today. Not what they want to hear, spirit, but what they need to hear in order to grow, learn, and evolve. Please allow me to deliver these messages in a divinely eloquent manner that allows for each and every soul to understand and interpret the messages that they need to hear today to be in accordance with your will, Lord, for their destiny timeline. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. So it is, Ashe. What's up, Spirit? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let me change this back over. Okay. Let me know down in the chat. Today's going to be a quick live. We're not going to be on here super long. I just want to get y'all the messages that the Lord has for you guys today, okay? I don't know about you guys, but where I am, we are having a bit of a snowstorm. So it is a snowing, and that's why all that wind is a going. Okay. Low-key bended this card and not flip. It's okay. I stop messing with it. So there's something is going to be revealed to you very soon. I feel like this card was like trying not to come out, but if you are like learning how to use your spiritual gifts at this time, okay, Spirit is going to be bringing you clarity and truth on your natural talents, okay? Alrighty. Definitely truth coming to the light about who you are as this mystical being. And then we have embraced change. Right. There's wanting you to really shoot your shot. But okay, Spirit, I get what you're saying, but I don't know if that's the maybe some of y'all are gonna be shooting your shot, but really is more so like take a chance, take a leap of faith, right? Welcome in, guys. How you doing? How you feeling? All right. Please refrain from asking personal questions in the chat. Okay, we are only doing the collective reading today. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. What else we have for today? Who is this energy spirit? Okay, Spirit wants you to also know that at this time your energy is very addicting. Okay, your God essence, right, or goddess essence is very addicting for other people who are craving more light in their life. Okay, so please do be careful with your energy and how you invest your energy and who you allow into your circle at this time as well. Okay, you have all aces with infinite power. Look, I didn't even see that. I'm about to get into this card and I'm like, no, wait, that's the confirmation. Infinite power. Okay. On the all aces card, it says winning, having the advantage, infinite power, skills, leverage, success is ensured, getting your way, information and resources needed to get ahead. Right? This is with your spiritual gifts, your natural talents. Okay, whatever it is, however you show, whatever you do to make your soul sing, right? Whatever your soul loves to do here on this planet, okay, that's the information and the resources, the clarity and the truth that the Lord is bringing at this time, as well as letting you know that you are having a very addicting light, okay, with aura always shining, unshaken presence in the chaos. Both of these cards are chakra aligned cards, okay. So unshaken presence in the chaos, radiant energy, authenticity, inner peace, healthy on all levels, mind, body, spirit, magnetic and attractive and addicting. Okay, alrighty, and addicting. Alright. Grand evening, everyone. How you doing? How you feeling? We are only doing the collective reading right now, okay? And you have something that is on its way to you here. This could be those windfall of abundance that we talked about a couple weeks ago. Okay, it's coming in. It's stamped with a heart of love, right? God is love. Love is God. I can take that. Here said that someone else feels like they let this slip out of their hands. Like they let your destiny slip out of their hands. Like how the card slipped out of mine. Okay. Some greedy, intrusive individual who you might have. Oh, this is an ex. Oh my god. You guys know I don't like talking about these musky moon rabbits out here being no, like, you guys ever listen? Okay. Song recommendation: "Stuck in a Tree." Artist name drawing a blank, but "Stuck in a Tree." Okay, it is a high vibrational music mix meant to dispel and rid of any like negative energy from you. And in the song, she says, "You don't know boundaries, and I don't have time to teach." Right? So, like, it's like whoever this is doesn't have boundaries. They're always invading other people's boundaries, people's personal space, getting into business that's not their own. They need to mind their own. right? Because they had this delusion, this greedy, hateful kind of outlook on life. Okay, so this is giving very much I should use them before they have a chance to use me. Even though your intention was never to use these people. You know, I seen a video yesterday too, and she was like, he can't plan they like the person can't plan a date, but they can plan to disappoint you. That's that this is that vibe right here. Like they can't plan a date, but they can plan to disappoint you, okay? With this chemistry here, somebody you had chemistry with, someone you had sexual relations with, okay, somebody um you could be needing to cut ties with here emotionally, energetically, do a womb cleaning. Oh, yeah, for my ladies, and you know, a womb cleaning with the sacral chakra energy here literally flips out as I'm saying it. So, yeah, okay, so you might need to cleanse your womb space, okay? So, definite with, I can't make this up. I split the deck in cord cutting. Okay, yes. So, it's a definite yes. You need to make sure that you are clean and out your womb and the energies that are within it, okay? Alrighty, remember when you do have sexual relations with people, you are making a um, soul connection there, right? You guys have created an energetic cord to one another, to one another's energies, because you participated in something that is very uh, creative energy, right? Your sexual energy is also your creative energy. So it's very, oh, wrong way. Very powerful energy that you guys are linking, and you need to make sure you unlink them. Okay. Like, I don't even feel like you're thinking about these people, but like they keep trying to pull and tug and do some nefarious things in the background, right? So spirit just wants you to know. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you have anything to be worried about. It's just spirit wants you to know. Okay. With investments. And now they have to see that they're the reason that they could never even imagine gaining all the rewards and good fortune and cash flow that you are going to be gaining in this lifetime, right? With facing the mirror, having to look in the mirror and face reality, right? A lot of people have trouble. Their biggest enemy is themselves because they can't look in the mirror and own up to their own, you know, whatever they got going on. You right? You know what I'm saying? Um, and the longer you take to do that, right, the harder it gets. Um, because some people are just hard headed enough where they will not listen. You know, they will not even take into consideration the fact that they need to change. Okay. And like I stated before, guys, welcome in. But please refrain from putting your personal questions into the chat. We are only doing the collective reading tonight, okay? Right? It's the day before the holiday. I don't want your money. Okay? You're about to get paid. Yes. Your finances are definitely changing around here. Especially if you have been homeless or you've been struggling paycheck to paycheck, okay? Your finances are definitely turning around for the better. Okay, Spirit is singing this Sweet Life of Zach and Cody song, so the card might come out. Something is cooking. Sacred gifts, receiving something special. You guys know that I'm not singing it unless the card comes on. I don't care. That's the deal between me and the Lord, okay? I'll sing this song if the card comes out. Right, but Spirit is definitely here. Um, yeah, getting ready for this payday, okay? You're going to be receiving a lot of sacred gifts at this time. It's going to be a lot of the good Lord showering you with everything. For some of you was stolen from you, right? But everything you haven't experienced on this planet yet, all the good things, right? Especially, those dark night of souls be dark night of souling, okay? Because hey, it's that's a rough patch in a lot of people's journey. It's not just some people. The dark night of soul is a very trying time. Okay, it tested a lot of things about your humanity, and it's pushing through and still wanting to change for the better, right? That shows a lot of strength, okay, right? And you are being blessed for this strength, okay, right? Tables have turned. Yes, the tables have turned, okay. No doubt about it, okay. Oh, you are receiving your flowers. You found a way out of the the pits of hell, okay, because you integrated your shadow and your light. You're getting your gain, right? Worked on your shadow self, integrated the pieces of all the pieces that people could have made you ashamed of, not dislike. There's a whole lot of different things here that you need to work on in your shadow, right? But changing and taking your power back, right? This is why you're winning, right? This is why you're winning right now, because you've done the work. This isn't some, I spent a month or so on to being spiritual. No, this is, you've been spiritual for some time now, right? And some years now. Even if it is the last couple years or in the last year, you have been faithfully continuing the self work on the inside, okay, that needs to be done. All right. Welcome in. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let me know down in the chat, okay? Remember, we are doing the collective reading, so please refrain from asking personal questions in the chat. Wow, just fell out. Yeah, this is... I don't think that's a song, for this one. Oh, okay, but somebody locked out of heaven. I don't know, but somebody got it mad at somebody. It's not about this, but it was because I was like, oh, this is gonna fall into your lap. The spirit is singing Bruno Mars. So somebody, oh my God, this financial security, this is their God. Money is their God. So being financially free, right? Being financially free was their heaven, right? That to them, being financially free, being able to, do whatever you need to do with your money, travel, spend it on godly, like ungodly, expensive things that no one necessarily needs. It's like this was the life that you are coming into, they're locked out of, right? This financial security, this financial freedom that you are coming into, they are locked out. Yes, because they are this photo perfect, surface level, vain, materialistic being, right? They want to pose for the gram. They just want to flex. They don't want the money to help the world and progress and help us create world peace. That's not why they want the money. They want the money so they can flex on everybody who said they couldn't do it, on, on their exes, on, you know what I'm saying? They want to flex. That's all they wanted to do. Okay, and be like, oh, y'all all broke. That's all they wanted to do. They just wanted to rub that in people's faces. You know what I'm saying? They did not actually want to curate it and turn it into something greater than themselves, right? And that's why they're locked out of this, locked out of heaven. Because the fact that something as materialistic as money is your God, is your heaven, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. That's why you're locked out, right? That's why you don't get to experience this with any of God's children who are coming into this, right? And Spirit said, swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping. Okay, they don't even get to swipe this from you. Okay, there's no destiny swaps here. There's no destiny swaps here. Yeah, look at this. Swiper, no swiping. Look, this bully. Been bullying people. Low self-esteem. They're toxic, man. Whoever this individual is, right? They are a bully. They're toxic. Yeah, we already know they don't have any respect for anybody else's boundaries. Okay, yeah, disconnected from the Lord, I'll say, because what? Like, this is why they're not going to be able to experience Dharma, you know? This is why they're not going to be able to experience Dharma. Their hands are tied. They're being restrained. They're being what? Locked out of heaven. Okay, they don't get to... they really do not get to experience this with you, no matter how hard they try or they even plead and beg the Lord on their knees crying, Spirit said, to get you back, to have you back, right? To be with you. Oh, seen the devil card there. Yeah, no, they chose the wrong side. It's right now, if you're not choosing light, God is writing names down. You know what I'm saying? It's either light or dark right now. There's no in between, right? You have to choose. Are you on God's side or are you on the devil's side? This is this decision that has to be made at this time, because of the 5D and 3D split, and because we're keep moving further and further into the 5D earth of love, gratitude, peace, joy, right? The highest vibrations that this planet can experience, that we as humanity can experience. If you're not gonna be in line for that, then you're perpetuating the darker side of the energy that the earth has been in the 3D energy for ages now, right? And that's over with. That's all over and done with, right? So you gotta choose if you're working for the light or you're working for the dark. Okay, we don't do that over here. We work for the light. Okay. Yeah, they chose to work for the dark. Right. These people could have been. I feel like we be always talking about these individuals because they're so mad. Like, they're so mad watching you come into all this abundance and all this happy heavenly ever afters, and that they don't get to experience because how they came up against you, but they're so mad at you because you get to experience it. Like, the logic's not logicking. They're the person they should be mad at is themselves, right? And then figure out what it is they need to do in here to get past it, right? To grow, to learn, to evolve. not just blame and pointing fingers at everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's your fault. This didn't work out. Like, I don't know about that, bud. I don't know about that. Right. Oh my God, guys. I'm gonna let y'all. Okay. I want to talk. Good, perfect example. Perfect example. Y'all know that that teenager. This is like 10 years ago. That teenager. I just seen this post. She went to a hotel with her friends and everything. It was that big, like they had a big party, and then she ended up in a freezer at that hotel. She was gone. You know what I'm saying? No longer with the song on in her human form, right? So apparently, what had happened was her mom has signed an NDA. Okay, her mom signed an NDA for $3.7 million. It is no surprise that she is out there talking about I want justice for my baby, and everyone is, and then she, like, here's my thing. Then she proceeds to be like, oh, but the hotel made me sign an NDA for $3.7 million, and that's why I haven't said anything in the last 10 years. You just exposed yourself. I'm not gonna lie to you. You exposed yourself as somebody who was doing things in the shadows, and now you're trying to put this out there in the air because you don't want the calamity that comes with what you did. Okay, because that's what's happening right now, guys. I tell you over and over. Okay, I've been saying this since I started making content, that right now is not the time to choose darkness, and everybody who choose to be in the darkness the last previous 7 years, okay, all of everything is being released. Everything is coming out of the shadows and into the light. Okay, it's going to be literally these next 5 years. So many different stories and things that were hidden from us are going to be keep coming to light. Okay, at a very extremely fast pace. Right. So that's an example of somebody who is scared because you can see it. You can see how the world is changing and how more information is being leaked. That is what we would call, I don't want my trauma to be as bad as she already knows it's gonna be. Right? Like that's what that was. Okay. It wasn't I feel bad, I feel sorry. No, it was purely I ran out of money. Um I want to seem like I'm not that bad of a person. Right? It was wanting people's sympathy and their pity, but you were out here doing nefarious things, right? Your daughter passed away and you didn't fight for her, you know? So it's these individuals here, they're going to go through these same things, okay? These individuals here, you, none of this information is new to you about how they moved up against you, okay? How they came towards you, how they perpetuated themselves in front of you, right? None of this is news to you, right? But these people, they will be receiving judgment for how they came up against you, okay? All right, guys, this is it's just the energy, right? All you can do is pray for mercy on their soul. And you already knew who the snake is. You're like, you know who this snake is. You know who this snake is. Okay, ancient perception. Okay, you have a very, very old bloodline. Okay, full of very powerful beings. Your ancestry line is woo. Okay, they don't play about you. Accurate perception, insight, and awareness. You know who this snake is. I don't even know why we're talking about them. You already know who this is. I don't even want to talk about these people no more because you know exactly who these people are. All right. Welcome in. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let me know down in the chat. I do want to know. Okay. Just because I don't say nothing right away doesn't mean I'm not paying attention. Okay. time. All right, let me see. We could do a couple more minutes. Let's see what else. Let's not talk about these crusty, dusty, musty moon rabbits. Okay, spirit. Let's talk about these blessings and the lessons that and knowledge that you need the collective to know at this time. Yeah, I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. Amen. And choices do have consequences. Right? Choices have consequences. These okay. So you could still care about these people. Like if this is karmic family and you haven't really like broken away from your karmic family type of thing, you know, if or friends, right? If it's karmic friends or family, okay, and you're hearing the news that they will be receiving karma, right, for how they backstabbed you. I need you to remember that, you know, your choices have consequences, um, by natural law. Okay. Yeah. They committed to being this fraudulent, you know, clown. Sorry. Oh, laughter is good for the soul, guys. You gotta laugh to alchemize the energy. But yeah, so these people, they are definitely getting what's due to them. All right. Remember, we can't interfere with this divine judgment. Okay, so you have to let go, let God, and you have to. The only thing you can do in this situation is pray for mercy on their soul. But whatever happens to their vessel, that's not on you. None of that. You didn't ever ask for that. You asked for mercy on their soul. Okay, so whatever the God does to their vessel, even if it means taking them off this earth, okay, that's not your fault. You didn't do anything. Okay, I know sometimes, you know, when it's people really close to us and you're just becoming aware of how those people were moving always around you through your childhood, right? It's kind of hard at first, right? Because it's like those are the people closest to you. You think they want the best for you, and then they turn out to be the people that, you know, praying on your downfall, wishing on your downfall, right? So these individuals here, they, you know, devalued you, humiliated you, bullied you, made mean jokes about you, right, to keep up this fake facade. You know what I'm saying? Like they were better than you. Like they were this, that, and the third. Okay, and now choices, agreements, soul contract. Okay, remember in our soul contract we agreed to the 12 karmic laws. Whatever you put in is what you get back. You agreed that if you was gonna be out here being nefarious, you will take on that karmic debt. Right? You agreed to that before you were sent down here. Okay, and so just because you don't remember agreeing to it don't mean you didn't agree to it. Your soul be doing things all the time without your knowledge. Okay, if you astral project and you just be with the flow, or if you know lucid dream, your soul is always doing things. You know what I'm saying? That don't always, you don't know about it, especially when you like are first waking up, right? And first coming self aware, right? So these people, they signed a contract. Their soul signed a contract saying that if they were gonna do the crime, they do the time. Okay, look, universal harmony. If you're gonna do the time, the crime, you gotta do the time. Okay, If you're going to take the time to commit a crime, right, the Lord has to come out and balance it. Right, this is just ethics, karma, morality, divine principles, the legal system, consequences, the divine law. Yeah, yeah. Their choices led to this karma, not yours. Okay, not yours. Your choices led you to a payday. Okay, a way out. Okay, a way out of ever dealing with these kind of individuals, okay, and being around these individuals, right? You are safe, okay? You don't have to deal with these people, worry about these people, okay? Because, yeah, they are receiving judgment. And I feel like this is because there's a lot of people in the collective, especially the new, we call them our spiritual babies, but that they're literally I have to sing it. Okay. But there's a lot of people who are just becoming self-aware, especially with things with their karmic families and karmic friends and karmic exes, and realizing like how people that were the closest to them actually moved around them. Right? And it's a lot. It's a lot, especially if you thought they were the sweetest person, that they didn't have any flaws. Okay. But like as also as a child, how are you supposed to know you're being emotionally neglected? As a child, how are you supposed to know that no means no, and somebody that's an adult shouldn't be touching you, right? And then they tell you you're crazy, or that you imagined it. Okay, but then there's this saint in front of everybody else, but their child was SA'd, right? So it's like, no, right? And you silenced your child instead of hearing them and hearing their voice and speaking up for them and doing what was right for them, right? So there's a lot of different situations, people who beat their kids. There's just really a lot of situations where karmic families have been given a lot of passes and not been held accountable enough, right? And as the black sheep of your family, as the curse breaker of your family, right, it's not your job to make them comfortable with their past behaviors, right? Just because you grew up with them and they seem like a saint, but you know how they were behind closed doors, right? If you had a traumatic past with your family, and then you were gaslit to think that this was normal, so yeah, it's coming into light of all of that. It can be very tough. Okay, alrighty, I'm speaking from experience on that one. Okay, it can be very tough. Okay, speaking of somebody who crashed out on her family because of it. Yes, I did. So yeah, winning, having the event. Yeah, you're winning. You're winning this. What? This is the sweet life. This is the sweet life. Okay, you are winning this sweet life. Okay, you have the advantage. Okay, everything. Success is ensured. This is ensured. This is yours. Okay, there's nothing on this planet that can take away your blessings that are due to you at this time. Okay, alrighty, guys. So that was today's messages. That's what the good Lord needed you guys to know. Okay, I know we got a little deep on some of those conversations there, but it is very important that you guys take these messages, you understand, you interpret them, and you use them to grow, learn, and evolve, right? If you don't, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell you. That's my intent when I give these messages. So you do what you do with it, but I hope you take it and you learn and you grow from it. Okay, and evolve, right? So I love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow pretty early because I do have things to do later in the day. So I will see you guys tomorrow pretty early. I love y'all. Remember, we do speak love, justice, and peace into this universe for all of us to experience the 5D Earth. Not just some of us, all of us. Okay, alrighty. Y'all have a blessed night and evening. I hope you have a beautiful holiday if I will not be seeing you tomorrow. Y'all know I go live on holidays, so it don't matter to me. I will be here. Okay, I'm out now. Press.